why I don't make exam predictions, and why you shouldn't listen to them. At the end of this video, I'll tell you how to focus your revision. But at this time of year, I'll often get asked for predictions, and I won't do it. I know it's a video that gets lots of views, so why don't I? Well, firstly, I know that I'll be wrong, and I'll tell you why. While I'm saying this from the perspective of an A-level psychology teacher, I'm pretty sure that what I'm about to say applies to most of the other A-level subjects and other qualifications. The new A-level in psychology has been carefully designed by the exam boards to avoid previous issues with predictions. Rather than asking for a few long answers that are returned to every few years, there are a wide range of short responses in the exam, meaning more of the specification can be covered and returned to each year. This means, for example, if you ask for a 16 marker the year before in a topic area, the very next year you can ask for a 6 marker on exactly the same topic area. So if you haven't revised for a 6 marker question and you get a 0, you're going to start dropping grades. Now in the classroom, your teacher might have suggested writing an essay that hasn't appeared yet, suggesting it might be a good idea to practice it as it's likely to come up at some point. I'm not criticising that approach, it's fine, I do it, it adds a little focus to exam writing and the context of the classroom during the year. When you see the students a couple of days every week, you can make it very clear it's no substitute for full revision in the run-up to the exams. But think of it this way. Any teacher who says, I'm not going to teach this section of the unit this year because I'm predicting it won't come up is clearly wrong. In the same way, any student who says, I'm not revising this because of predictions that say it won't come up is going to get into difficulty. So while I'm not denying that some areas are slightly more or less likely to appear as essays due to previous year questions, this isn't a reason to alter your revision, because the importance of the shorter answer responses, and these can make up more than half of the marks available. But you might feel that exam predictors tend to get it right. And what you'll notice is this. Exam predictors will often predict a large range of topics, up to half of a particular unit. And because a range of questions will appear in the exam, they will happen to get some correct just by chance. They'll then point to these and use them to legitimise themselves, ignoring all the predictions that didn't appear, or the exam questions that did come up that they didn't predict. This favouring of information that agrees with your prior beliefs and ignoring the information that doesn't is an actual psychological effect called confirmation bias, and it's something you want to avoid in life if you want to make good decisions. So, ignore the horoscope method of exam prediction. In the time that you spend looking for predictions and then sorting your notes for what's predicted and what isn't, it could just be spent by actually revising. Looking at predictions is often just a big procrastination exercise because of anxiety. To avoid what you know you should be doing, finding what you're weak on and then revising that. So if you're feeling, that's great, Nick, but I'm running out of time and I want to focus my revision, I understand that. And what I suggest is this. Don't go and listen to other people's predictions. Go into the exam board website. This is a link to the AQA psychology website. Print off or put on your screen the specification and the exam past papers. You need to identify where you're a little weak. Maybe highlighting the specification in green and red. First, making sure that you have at least something to say about everything you've highlighted in red, such as some specialist terminology and evaluation. That won't take as long as you think. Then look at the last few years of questions and the mark schemes and think about how you'd answer a particular question if they were phrased like that for one of your weaker sections. That'll improve both your writing skills, your question reading skills, and improving in an area that you would underperform if it appears in the exam. So a final point. Maybe you are feeling a little underprepared. If maybe you didn't put as much prep in as you feel you should have done during the year or in these last few weeks. It's a life lesson. Do effective work in the time remaining, do your best in the paper, but take something from the experience. As soon as you walk out, get to the books and start working on the next exam fresh, making sure you feel more prepared for the next one. Psych Boost is supported by students on Patreon. To help Psych Boost in creating free educational content and get access to video scripts, follow the link. I hope that student skills video is useful. Don't forget I've got content videos for all 3 papers and a website with lots of free resources. Thanks for watching.